Good day, everyone. Today, we'll be presenting about the glass house and how it represents minimalism architecture. Before we begin, let's briefly explain what our presentation will cover. First, we'll introduce the concept of minimalism, what it means, where it came from, and what makes it unique in architecture. Next, we'll talk about Philip Johnson, the architect behind the glass house, his design philosophy, and his contribution to modern architecture. And lastly, we'll explore the architectural elements, design characteristics, and unique features of the glass house that define it as a true work of minimalist architecture. Now let's start by learning more about the concept of minimalism.
Let's begin by defining minimalism. Minimalism is a design approach that focuses on simplicity, clarity, and functionality. It removes all unnecessary elements and highlights only what is essential. Historically, minimalism emerged in the 1950s and 1960s, influenced by modernist design and Japanese Zen philosophy, both emphasizing balance, order, and calmness. The main characteristics and principles of minimalism include the use of simple geometric forms and clean lines, a limited and neutral color palette, open, uncluttered spaces, and lastly, an emphasis on function over ornamentation. In short, minimalist architecture finds beauty in simplicity and purpose.
One of the key figures in minimalist and modernist architecture is Philip Johnson. He once said, "All architecture is shelter. All great architecture is the design of space that contains, coddles, exalts, or stimulates the persons in that space." This shows how Johnson valued not just how a building looks, but also how people feel and interact within it. Philip Johnson began his career as a curator, introducing the international style to the United States through an exhibition at the Museum of Modern Art. This gave him a major role in shaping the modernism movement in architecture.
His most famous work, The Glass House, in New Canaan, Connecticut, is a perfect example of minimalist architecture. Architectural elements and design characteristics, the glass house is built using glass and steel, forming a simple rectangular structure. The walls are made entirely of clear glass panels that's supported by a black steel frame. Inside, the layout is completely open, except for a single brick cylinder that encloses the bathroom.
Now, let's discuss the glass house's unique features and what makes it part of the minimalist style. First, the transparency of the glass connects the interior and exterior, blending the house with its natural surroundings. Second, there is no ornamentation, only clean lines and honest materials. Third, the use of steel and glass emphasizes modern construction and function. And lastly, the open spatial concept focuses on light, clarity, and connection to nature. So everything in the glass house serves a purpose. Nothing is excessive. This makes it a true representation of the minimalist idea that less is more.
To conclude, Philip Johnson's Glass House is a masterpiece that embodies the core principles of minimalism: simplicity in form, transparency in design, and harmony with nature. It proves that simplicity doesn't mean emptiness, but rather a deeper appreciation of space, light, and purpose.
Through this presentation, we've learned that minimalism is more than just a style. It's a philosophy that teaches us how beauty can exist in simplicity.
Philip Johnson's glass house reminds us that when architecture removes the unnecessary, what remains is pure, functional, and meaningful.
And as a future designers and architects, may be inspired to create spaces that are not just built to be seen, but also to be felt.